only person that should ever be allowed to take a stage, something that was written for this stage, and put it on film. Kenneth Branagh. He is the only one qualified.
Yeah, but he's the only one qualified to do it with Shakespeare.
Yeah.
I don't know about anything else.
You should do it with cats.
Right.
I don't think anybody else done that.
Kenneth Branagh production.
But
I have a feeling it would be.
Right. If it were Kenneth Branagh, nobody would be bitching about what the fuck.
No. I think they might be.
About that.
I think they might be. Absolutely.
Because he's very much a purist. I remember watching Hamlet for the first time. And
which Hamlet?
Kenneth Branagh's
Okay.
Hamlet.
You're talking about the film.
Because I remember watching it on Kenneth Branagh's Hamlet the first time, and I had to stop it, and I went and grabbed my book, and I started it back, and I could read word for word. It was not cut.
Pretty much.
It was word for word. The same with anything else that he's done.
No.
Which one?
Hamlet is the only one that's literal word for word. All the rest of them, he made cuts because he made films. He didn't make an epic telling of the original. He did films.
But they were
close.
They were
very
pure
close.
enough that
Yes.
you're not gonna miss that, stanza or whatever.
Right.
Unless you know every word.
Yeah, and it wasn't. Yeah, he had to do it. Yeah, the Hamlet it's
really long. It has an intermission in there.
Well, it's Hamlet.
It's Hamlet. It's
because there was already a Hamlet before that Hamlet with Gibson and
that was shit.
And Glenn Close.
Yep.
No, Glenn Close was in the other Hamlet. Oh god, I can't remember now. It was Gibson and somebody else. I forget who the mother is. But I think it might have been Glenn Close. But who's the mother in?
Hold on.
My brain is not working anymore. I used to know.
You got so much information in there. You're bound to lose.
You trying to say it leaked out at night?
Yeah, you're bound to lose.
It just kind of dribbled out. Oh god, the mommy is trying to search. The searching mommy is just so IMDb, man. IMDb. That's all you gotta do.
It was Glenn Close.
In which one?
The one with Mel Gibson. In the
That's what I thought. So Mel Gibson had Glenn, and the Kenneth Branagh Hamlet had. Ooh, who can get it first? See, it's got Sir
Julie Christie.
Richard Attenborough.
Julie Christie was Gertrude.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god, there's so many people in there. Billy Crystal is in there.
Right.
Judi Dench is in there. Gerard Depardieu is in there. I mean, there's so many people in there.
Do you recognize this guy from Vicious?
I know. He's one of the.
Charlton Heston.
He's one of the. He's one of the Time Lords.
Jack Lemmon.
He's the father in the Cinderella movie we were just talking about.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in that Hamlet. It's a ridiculous amount of people. Everybody should see it. If you're studying Shakespeare, you definitely want to watch that one. You don't even have to read the story. You could just watch that.
That's what I thought. The original Aunt May.
Oh boy.
The one from the.
What else y'all got for the people this week?
What
Now
else is
that
on
they've
this
watched us search.
Oh, that was it.
That's it.
That's all
What else you got?
I gotta finish the Hobbs and Shaw today.
You said that.
Yeah.
We heard you. We heard you. Continue.
We have to move.
We have to move.
We have to move. We had originally signed a lease for 6 months, and we said we would extend the lease until the end of the school year. And I had a visit on Tuesday from the director of foreign teachers saying that the owner of the house doesn't want to extend the lease. They want to move in. So we have to move by the end of the month. So we will have a new setup for March.
it's earlier, right?
Well, I don't know. No, we have until the 29th of February.
Yeah, no, but we have until then.
Yeah.
But there's no reason to wait until then if something
Happens to come
opens
up.
up. Yeah, there's no
Yeah.
reason to wait.
So, we have that.
Maybe I'll get a room.
Don't get your hopes.
No,
I'm
none
not.
of us might have a room. We might all be living in a space like this garage.
Yeah. I'm not really getting my hopes up.
I'm not excited. Okay.
So what do
Anything
you
else,
have
Scott?
this week?
What do I have? I don't think I have much. Game. The IG daily photo is going strong. If you haven't been checking it out, you should be checking it out at the AtrainPhoto. And
If you want to catch up on the
videos of the photos are on the YouTubes on my
If you want to catch up on the previous weeks.
on the
See
Aaron
what you
Farr
missed.
YouTube. They're short. They're like a minute. They're awesome. And they're sometimes funny. Yep, that's all I got.
Wow. How many videos did you edit this week?
One.
Oh,
One game chat I edited this week.
what?
One we did last week.
That's all I got done.
Oh, the one we did last week.
All right.
I'm starting to work on last week's CoffeeChat, and yeah, I blame the Plex, and it's now streaming. The Plex and its
Yeah.
streaming kind of got in the way.
Because we spent like 2 hours watching fail army videos one day.
All on the Plex streaming.
Yeah.
Now I'm starting to see commercials for it on YouTube.
Oh my.
Plex streaming.
Is it because you used it?
No, it's just Plex streaming.
Huh.
It's now got probably enough things that make it interesting for people.
Well, you know, I tried to log into the Plex using my computer at work, and it wouldn't allow it because I don't know if they have some sort of block on the computers or what, but I could get to it from my iPad. And so I showed a movie in my classroom from my iPad using our Plex, which is,
Was it one of my movies or one of Plex's?
it was one of your movies.
Because Plex now has movies.
Yes, but I was using our Mulan because when we celebrated Chinese New Year, then they got some time to watch the movie. So at the Plex, when it works like that,
Yeah.
it's really handy
Oh yeah.
because then you don't have to carry around thumb drives or hard drives or. Oh my God! Yesterday we got a message from my coordinator asking if anyone had a tape recorder in their cupboards.
I hope not.
Call
The exterminator.
right next to their VCR.
And I was like, I'm sorry, what? And I asked, are you trying to play a tape or are you trying to record something? And she said, it's for the music teacher. She needs them. And all I could think was, why wouldn't you just use your phone if you're trying to record something?
But were they recording or playing?
She never answered.
Okay.
But why wouldn't you just record it and then send the file digitally to whomever? Because nobody has a tape player. Nobody has a CD player. I have CDs in my room.
CD.
I don't have any way to even use them.
You could. If you took the CD player.
The disc drive.
If you took that with you to work, you could definitely
And
do it.
we just filled out our materials list. They asked for things that we're going to order internationally, things they can't buy in Mexico. And they asked for it now so that we can have it by August. And on this website that we were using, they were selling CD players and like CD libraries. And I'm thinking, who does this? This isn't even...
Well, I mean, there's...
For
I
like
guess
listening stations
in
and stuff.
education, there is still... If you don't put everything on hard drives that you're going to use and make it centrally available, if you're not doing that kind of thing and you want to make it easy with a medium that people know very well and they know how to manipulate it very well, it makes sense. Because, I mean, think about it. How many books come with CDs?
A lot.
My last set of books, they didn't come with a CD, they didn't come with a teacher book, they only came with the student books, and all the other resources were online.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, because if your school has really bad Wi-Fi, then all of a sudden you can't get to the resources.
Right.
So I had to stop doing all the listening
Because
for
you can't.
that, because it was never reliable. You
Yeah.
could never plan to use it, because as soon as you did, you would turn it on, and then next thing you know, it was choppy, and then it's like, then how am I supposed to get these kids to understand what they're hearing if they can't even understand the playback?
Right.
So there is that. It makes it so that you can be just 100% standalone in your classroom without a reliance on anything else.
Well, I was surprised at how expensive they were. They were like $200-$300 for what a little boombox we used to buy for like $25-$50. They were like $300 for just a regular old little boombox.
I think you go to like
Any place here and get those. We didn't order that.
grocery store
Right.
and get a CD player.
We didn't put anything like that on the list at all. But I was surprised that that was even an option and that they were so expensive.
But they can just buy disc drives.
Right. But they had them as part of their, like, a listening center, listening corner type thing, where you put the CD player and they have the headphones for the kids and they can listen to the books or whatever. But still, they're stupid expensive.
Are you talking about portable?
Yeah, but it was like a little boombox, literally.
What do you need a boombox for if you're going to use headphones?
Because sometimes you don't
You
want to
just
use
get
headphones.
Discman.
Sometimes you don't want to use the headphones. You want to play it in the classroom, right?
Wait, you use what?
A Discman.
Oh.
If you're going to use
Do they make
headphones.
those still?
Portable CD players?
Probably, yeah.
I don't know, maybe. But why would you buy it? I don't understand why you would buy a boombox.
Because then you could play it to the whole class and not just have the headphones. But
But every classroom has speakers in it, doesn't it?
Why would you record a song onto an 8-track tape?
You wouldn't.
How many people are doing that?
Recording onto 8-track tape?
Yeah, like making
Who?
a song digitally and then recording it to
Who is recording to 8-track tape? You do understand that there was no recording to 8-track tape. You couldn't buy blank 8-track tapes. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't like 2-track tapes.
then how did they get the music on there?
No, you couldn't buy it. It's just like you couldn't buy that machine that recorded records. You know, that was a recording first.
I'm sure someone could buy it.
What's the
I'm saying people, consumers. It wasn't a consumer product. Huh?
little tape?
That's a cassette.
That's a
tape.
cassette. That's a 2-track tape.
That's not it.
That is
No, no,
not
with these
an
things.
8-track tape.
Okay,
An
well,
8-track
that,
tape
a
is
cassette
that big.
Okay, a cassette
And
tape.
has 8 tracks on it.
Okay, a cassette
And
tape then.
to record that would be psycho. I mean, imagine opening up your Filmora and doing 8 audio tracks. And then when you then recorded it to the tape, it had 8 tracks. Yeah, that's not a, no.
Okay, then cassette tapes.
Now, using cassette tapes is just down mixing to stereo, which is what I do with podcasts every week. It's all stereo. It's left and right.
But people are doing that now.
No, people have always done that
I know, but
since fucking tapes came out. Shit, that's what the mixtape was, man.
Yeah. Oh, they
Some
talked about
mixtape.
that. The mixtape on
Mixtape?
Mixed Dish. That was really funny.
That mixtape, man. You gotta have that mixtape. Anyway. Alright, people, if you... Wait.
oh come on now. Jesus,
Would you do
the? Give me the thing. There you go.
If you want to follow the Traveling Fars, you can follow us on the YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest, iTunes, Spotify, and the Google Podcast at the Traveling Fars. If you like the Instagram or the Twitters, Traveling Fars, email travelingfars@gmail.com, and the blog space, the travelingfars.blueberry.net. No E's in the blueberry.
Can you do that like weird flick snap thing?
That thing?
Yeah.
My LB can do it. He can do it loud.
I can't do
Really?
it.
Aren't you just
Alex
like
can do it really well.
slapping your fingers
just-
together?
I used to be able to do it a little bit better. Now it just hurts my arm.
Yeah. I can't do that. 'Cause
With the
it
arthritis.
hurts my wrist.
The arthritis always gets in the way of the... If I wear more beads, I can get a good sound, a rattling sound.
Yeah.
But
So
it's
you're-
really not the sound of beads, it's the sound of all my joints rattling together.
It's the metal bracelet
Yeah.
slapping against the beads.
That's what I'm going to tell people. We out of here. Say goodbye to people.
Bye, people.